What up? It's your boy E.A. Smith. You already know what it is. Best sports analyst now on ESPN. We back for another episode of The Hot Seat. Listen, I'm going to tell you now, you might as well, you tune in now, because you never know. You never know. But anyway, listen, this is another episode, also another location. So we never know. The old place is a nursery. We officially 2 weeks away. I'm homeless. And so.
Oh, 2 weeks before the baby drop.
June 3rd is the induction date. We found that out.
So let me ask you something. Are we gonna be taking a hiatus? Because we know you're not gonna be available for at least 60 days. You know what? I'll take over. Don't even worry about it. We got you. So I'm gonna just put that out there. I'm just gonna go ahead and take over as host. And we'll let you get that time to bond with your your young one.
I'll record from the hospital before we do
Look, brother. I've already successfully ran 2 shows, brother. People have spoken, brother. Good views. Good views on the shows, brother. People have spoken, man.
Hell, you know what I mean? I'll make sure I angle it and be like, you good, baby.
You remember that Drew Bledsoe Tom Brady situation?
Oh, man. Oh, no.
It was a good show, brother.
He never got back on the field.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Never.
Never.
Anyway, listen, let's talk some sports. Before we go into anything else, because y'all know what I came to talk about. Hef.
The alien.
Give us an NFL. Oh, no. I'm giving you your 2 minutes to give us anything you want to report on the NFL.
It sounded like he was ready for basketball, Twan. I thought you still had to go into it.
He did, and I should have took it. But I came in wanting to be respectful to his wishes. I know the NFL schedule just came out. Some things happened. You give us your report. NFL report, anything you want to give us for 2 minutes.
We still laying low, man. You know, we don't have no prime time. Ain't nothing going on with us. Aaron Rodgers finally signed again. But other than that, man, we just sitting back, hoping everybody come in healthy. I don't have much, you know. I don't have much. That's all I got, man. Right. I'm just watching.
Well, listen.
I'm waiting for the deadline because that's when more moves are going to happen. When it's like June, beginning of June.
June 19th.
Yeah, so once that's over, then you'll see it pick back up. Until then, everybody being tight with their money right now. I don't blame them. So you'll see Diggs, you'll see Hopkins, you'll see all those guys come off the board.
Well, I mean, I don't think y'all have no more money to sign anybody. Y'all signed half the NFL.
We're making money now in Vegas. Ask Drew.
But just on the football note, Harold.
As a corruption.
Just on the football note, Harold.
The Ace is making the money for him.
We gifted John Naylor and y'all paid him, and I appreciate that. But we also received a little gift ourselves this past week.
Okay.
Did anybody happen to see that Juwan Jennings signing that 1 year, $8 million deal we just got?
I actually saw that, and I thought that was a very good signing. I thought that was a
very good signing.
Yeah.
I'll take him as a third option.
Yeah. I don't know what that means for Jordan Addison.
That's a pretty good upgrade right there.
I don't know what that means.
I think Addison is going to be fine. It just makes the wide receiver core a little bit more lethal, a little bit more versatile. You know what I mean? Like, I like a game when Justin Jefferson is not the lead guy. Like, if you can't game plan that way, then that makes us a little bit more lethal. It makes our running game, which is moderate, be a little bit better because now everybody's worrying about defending the pass. So if we can keep the offensive line up right, like I like the move. It's a pretty good move, actually.
No, that's good.
In my opinion.
No, it's a great move. It's phenomenal.
Now to Twan's point, I don't think you can keep that trio together.
Well, I don't think because he's going to demand money.
Oh, you need
because if they have a year, let's just say they have a year and they get to the NFC Championship and everybody puts up big numbers. Well, Jennings is on a 1 year deal. He's going to take the highest bidder. We're not going to pay him that because we got to pay Addison. If we pay Addison.
Well, that's the point. Now it becomes who's willing to take the less amount of money.
But for a 1 year roll of dice,
if you can give me a Super Bowl in that 1 year, I'll take it. I'll take it.
No. That's a dope deal. That's a dope signing. So and you got Kyler Murray, and low key that Kyler Murray. I'm telling you.
Listen, everybody's been making jokes about it, Twan, but I ain't gonna lie. I've been taking it more and more serious. I think he's gonna be lethal on that turf, man. I think he's gonna be lethal on that turf, bro.
It might get interesting. That
with them
might
weapons
get
and him being able to be a mobile quarterback back there, bro, like
that might get
it might get ugly out there, though. It might get ugly out there, though.
Yeah.
I don't get it's gonna be interesting. But anyway, that's enough football. We gave you 2 minutes. I think we went about 30 seconds over.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here before we start talking about the
Yeah.
Patriots for some reason. Let's get on out of here.
Oh yeah, let's move forward. Did y'all watch that game last night, man?
Yep.
I actually had to go to sleep.
Yeah, I was about
Bro,
to
As
say,
let
my
me tell you
wife just
something.
looks at me like, don't lie, nigga. My wife is sitting here in the man cave. She's moved in. You know what I mean? Tawana, see, this is what I'll be talking
Hey
about.
man,
You know
I'm
what I mean?
telling
When
you,
you
I just
listen,
find locations.
don't fight it. When you fight against it, you are beating your head against a brick wall. I've accepted her into the man cave. She's sitting over there quietly, turned off the fan. She did look at me like, nigga, if you lie about watching that game last night, I'm gonna say something. Because
That's
she know
funny.
I
We
went to sleep.
appreciate it. We appreciate
You know
that.
what
We
I'm
appreciate
saying?
that.
That's funny.
We do appreciate her keeping you accountable. No,
That is funny.
I will say this though. I will say this. That probably was the best basketball game I've seen.
I did rewatch the second because I fell
I
asleep
ain't even
mid
gonna
fourth
hold you.
before it got good,
Yeah,
and I did rewatch that last fourth. And yeah, Wemby is a real problem. He is a real. But I'm gonna tell you, Torn, I don't think that Wemby was the X factor last night. And I know that's gonna sound
oh, he
crazy.
was not. No, it don't. He was not.
It was Castle.
It
It was
was
not
Castle and
Kelsey.
Ron Harper. It
I'm
was
about to say
both
it
Yeah.
was
of them.
that backcourt. It was that
Yeah.
backcourt.
Yeah.
I
And
would say
Vassell.
Ron Harper a little bit
Yeah.
more, but
Yeah.
that whole crew, that whole little group,
Yeah, and
them boys.
Vassell. I thought Vassell was huge. I thought his defense on Shea was
Well,
great. Him,
that block he
Castle.
got on Chet in overtime.
Man, I'm telling you, dog, like that
Yeah.
kid, I think Devin Vassell might be the most underrated player in the NBA, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
You know what's
Like it's not
crazy?
even close. It's not
He
even close,
didn't.
bro. Because on any other team, Drew, he's a one. On any
Absolutely.
other team, dog, he can get you
He
20,
good.
30 a night.
He's good.
But
He's good.
he don't even look to score. He didn't take his first shot until midway in the second quarter last night.
Yeah, because I definitely had him on points. I
Me
definitely
too.
had him on point. I definitely
Like
had him on point.
he just listen. But my only gripe with the Spurs is that game shouldn't have gone to overtime. I didn't
No,
realize
and I
it. And
think
again, I
Oh,
watch a
the
lot of
11.
basketball.
That's where the 11 turnovers came in.
They shoot
what
way too many threes though.
and it's just like
And
what Twan said earlier, like the whole start and Shay, and I agree with Drew. And my bad, I
yeah,
didn't mean to cut you off, Drew. I'm
no, you
sorry.
good, you good.
Um, um, that's why I feel like OKC wins in 7 because I think their experience in being able to lock in, like they're gonna make an adjustment. And I'm gonna tell you, this is why I didn't agree with what Twan was saying this morning, which is not a bad thought as far as bringing
Okay.
Fox off the bench.
I
The
be thinking of
issue,
crazy stuff. It's okay.
yeah, no, it's not a bad option. The only issue with it is Fox is steady,
Yes,
and Shea is not gonna shoot it that bad again. He's not gonna shoot it that bad again. He's too lethal. He's too premeditated. He understands defenses. He accepts double teams. He just didn't shoot it last night, and he got his MVP award, which historically, any type of big awards, championship rings, whoever gets it plays like shit. They just
absolutely.
it always happens, bro. It always happens. I think you're gonna see OKC turn up that defense a notch. I think you'll see them take advantage of the turnovers. I think last night the Spurs did a great job of when they turned the ball over, they didn't let it turn into fast break points. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like they would get a
yeah,
steal and they would get, and to Twan's point, that young guard core, they were able to get back. So even if Castle turns it over mid court, he's going back and contesting the layup back there. He's not just letting it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That makes a
I get,
difference. Yeah, that makes a big difference. So I definitely agree with Twan. I thought the backcourt was the X factor, but
so
Wimby,
here's my
yeah,
Wimby's. They let the Monstars play in the NBA. That's what I. That's
yes,
exactly
dog.
what I felt like they
That
had.
shit was
I
crazy,
said,
dog.
this is unfair. It won't. I guarantee you, what you ain't gonna get no more is no more Muggsy Bogues. Tell you that.
Yeah.
But listen. Here's what I would say.
hey,
Here's the next Muggsy Bogues gonna be 6'3". That's the way this thing going.
I always
Anyway,
believe there's always a yin to every yang. When you got a real tall guy, a real small guy can become that guy. I
yeah,
actually
but
think that might be the next person.
when
Honestly.
the I'm not saying they won't be good. When the goal is to shoot up, and when you
You
look
just
up,
don't like short niggas, Twan.
That's what
Let's
it is.
just call it what it is, dog. You just
I
don't like
don't.
short niggas on the NBA court. Just say what it is,
I,
He
bro.
doesn't
I
like him on
don't dislike
pickleball
them.
courts.
You know what I mean?
that's funny.
All right,
And then he
no,
That's
be
funny.
talking like he's 6'5".
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
okay.
Like,
So
He
hold on, hold
do.
on,
nigga, you
hold
ain't
on.
even 6 foot.
Whoa. I'm 5'11" and a half. Don't be disrespectful.
Oh
But,
my God.
but
Anything with 5, nigga, you should not dislike short people, nigga, because
no.
you are in
I
that
don't dislike
category.
short. I'm not. I'm short for the league.
Oh my God.
I don't live in the league. I live in the world.
He's a tall
In the
ass
world,
horse jockey,
exactly.
but he's a short NBA player.
I'm a
That's
short
funny.
NBA player. I'm above average height ass nigga.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. No, but what I was saying about the thing, so I agree with you with the Fox as far as when you need a possession late in the fourth quarter, overtime, you need somebody who can steady the offense because it worked, but it was a little unorganized at times, I'll say.
It was a little erratic.
There you go. Perfect word. But here's what I will say. Two reasons I would start Harper over Fox. Nothing against this has nothing to do with Fox. Nothing to do with Fox. The way that game started, the defensive pressure they started that game with set a tone. Them boys was on them like apes from the go. I think they was up 7-0, 9-0 before Oklahoma City scored a point.
Yeah.
And I just think even though Oklahoma City caught up, they took the lead, I just think psychologically they was locked in because from the go, they was on them. And with that, I think psychologically for them young dudes, especially being in their first Eastern Conference Finals, I think to me that just built their confidence for the rest. So it's not about finishing the game, right? It's not about finishing the game. I would finish the game because then you need to slow it down. You need to get your possessions. I just think that defensive pressure them boys put on them, and Dylan Harper showed that he can run the offense enough. Now I wouldn't let Castle dribble the ball up the court for because clearly he's not capable of doing that. But
no, we're not about to do that.
I'm joking.
We're not about to do that.
It was a joke.
I got you.
It was a joke.
I have a Harper gripe when you're done. No, I have a Harper gripe when you're done. Go ahead.
11 turnovers. You deserve a joke.
Yeah, that's crazy. 11 turnovers is crazy. Triple-double with turnovers is crazy.
Stephen counts the man, but 11 turnovers, you may not dribble the ball across half court for a little while. But anyway, no. That's it. That's the only reason I said that. Go ahead, Drew.
What's your gripe, Drew?
Gripe Hart. I love him as a six man. I do, and I agree with Twan. I feel like, I think you start Fox, sit Fox down, and let him run the second unit, and bring Harper with the first unit. My only gripe for Harper is this: he forces too many shots up. I text Twan last night. When he gets a ball, I know it ain't going nowhere else. Once they swing the ball to Harper, he's gonna take that shot. I don't give a shit who's holding him, how many people in his face. In the fourth quarter, the last 4 minutes, he took 3 shots when he was double covered twice. I mean, somebody open.
I think they asked him to do that though. Prior role.
Asking him or not, I get you. It's a bad shot, and I feel like the only reason
Drew don't like nobody that's gonna mess up his parlay.
Well, no, but not even no. I didn't play him because honestly, he's inconsistent too. But the only reason they won that game last night because they should have blown Thunder out. Only reason they won that game because Wemby hit a 40-foot three taken in overtime, which shouldn't have happened. That game shouldn't have been that close ever.
We shouldn't have been. Not the way the Thunder played.
No, they played terrible. They were bad. They were bad the entire game. And to come down to that was Alex Caruso, I think, last night. Leading scorer was Alex Caruso last night.
He played bad. Well, he just played great.
No, he did, but if he plays that great, that means those other guys aren't playing that great because he's getting too many shots. And I think that's a tribute to the Spurs.
3 steals. Caruso was acting MVP last night.
Yeah.
30 points, I think, 3 steals, 2 blocks. I don't know how many rebounds. To Marcus's point, Shea won't play that bad game 2. And y'all barely won game 1.
Yeah.
Here's a couple things. I like because I've been hearing that all day. I don't know if I had to pick, I'd probably pick OKC to win game 2. But I don't think the narrative of Shea's not gonna play that bad, so y'all not gonna. Well, a couple of things are not gonna happen. Yeah, Shea's probably not gonna shoot that bad, but Stephen Cass is probably not gonna have 11 turnovers. Aaron Fox is gonna also play in the game. So I think we have to, when we say the Shea ain't gonna play, so now that's gonna even it out. No, there was some disadvantages on the other side too that can be improved upon. One,
I agree.
They're getting their starting point guard back for one. And I'm not saying they're not going to win, but I'm just saying we got to kind of
Yeah, no. That's
It ain't
fair.
like the Spurs was
That's a
at
fair
full
point.
strength. Yeah.
I think the reason why it looks that way is because it was more of an advantage that Fox was out for the Spurs because game planning wise, you know what I mean? Now you game planning for a totally different player. To Drew's point, Fox is actually trying to get everybody going when he's out there. Like, we've seen Fox's numbers and Drew knows from betting on him. Fox's numbers are way down from his career average. You know what I mean? And the Spurs are thriving in that role, and he's actually thriving at being a facilitator, a guy who's learning how to pick and choose when to go on a little 6-0 run by himself. And I think that was an advantage for the Spurs last night because it was a complete change. And the Spurs are used to playing without Fox. He was hurt for a good period of the year, which is why Ron Harper Jr. got so much burn. And the other young boy, like it worked to their advantage. But I agree with you. It was disadvantages on both sides. I just think the disadvantage for the Spurs was actually helpful to them last night. Because I don't think OKC game plan for that. Because they didn't announce it till what, 2 hours before the game that he was out or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it was hard to make that adjustment. Like that's a big adjustment to go from Ron Harper Jr. to De'Aaron Fox. And I thought the Spurs took advantage of that. That was great move. Like great move. Fox probably could have went, but the coach probably was like, "Nah, you know what? Just get healthy. We'll play you game 2." Well, yeah, he probably could have went. If it was game 7, I bet you he played.
Most
I
most
bet you
def-
he'd have
most
played.
definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Well, it's gonna be interesting. Anybody got any thoughts? We don't have to predict. I don't necessarily want to get into predictions. I think this
Yeah,
series,
I think we
if you try
should.
to,
I think we
if
should.
we if
I
we
think we
predict,
should.
I think we'd be guessing at this point in time. 'Cause I can't. I don't have.
No, no.
Well, for me, go ahead. You got it.
Yeah. Me and Drew are betters. We don't do that guessing shit. Um,
Hey,
No,
either
you
brother.
we're right
couldn't.
or we're wrong. Either we're right or we're wrong. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. I took OKC in 7. I like the experience. I think their coach makes the proper adjustments, and I think Ron Harper Jr. and I might be wrong, but I think he gave you his best game of the series. I think that's the
Oh
best
yeah,
you're gonna get out of him.
I do
I
too.
think that's the best.
I
I'm not
don't.
saying he can't
I
duplicate
don't
it
think he.
and be
I don't think
effective.
he has to. I don't think he has to be that good. He had to be that
I
good in
think he
game
has to be
one.
that good to beat them.
No,
You
I
know,
think
I
he
they
think
has to
got
be
X
that
factor.
good.
I don't think he
He
has to
might not
score.
need to score 20,
He don't need to
but
score
coming
20.
off the bench when Fox comes back, he has to be effective. He
No, he
has to
has
be
to.
effective.
Well, there's this. He has to be effective, yes, but I don't think he has to be that good for them to win this series.
And,
But
I, and
I
I'm
think
telling you, OKC, I don't think he's gonna be that good no more, bro. They're gonna lock in. They're gonna
oh,
lock in on him, and they're
most
gonna be like,
absolutely.
"Oh, we're taking you out the game. We we
Here's
we are
here's
absolutely
the
gonna take you out the game."
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I want to. Here's the thing that has me a little back and forth. You can want to do a lot of things, right? The outside of Wimby, because I have my own issues on how they defended Wimby. Outside of Wimby, they have about every time I looked up, it was another person coming in the game that was 6'7",
Mhm.
that could put up 12 and
Oh yeah,
and defend. It's two things I saw that I was like, I don't think OKC has seen. I don't think there's any other team that could duplicate this. They switched everything on defense. I'm talking about 1 to 5. They switch everything on defense. That's one thing. I don't necessarily, and then they go into that zone, and that zone gave Oklahoma City fits. I'm interested to see what the adjustments are, but I don't necessarily see them. They're not obvious adjustments. I'll say that. The only
I
other
think they
thing,
are. I think they are.
well, because shooting better is not an adjustment. It's just an
No,
improved. Yeah, it's
no.
just you can shoot better.
Defensively, Chet has to be a man. And he has to say, "I'm gonna play Boomby 1-on-1." Like that's my guy. I'm going. No. Yes, he can guard. He can absolutely guard when he can guard him. He can guard him. I'm just saying, like
Do you
having
think he
Alex
would? Do you think he
Caruso.
would if he had? No, I don't agree with the
Yeah,
Alex Caruso piece of it. As much as he was on him, I think that was
yeah.
kind
You see what I'm saying? Like when that happens, bro. Like Chet, you have to move him out the way and be like, "Nah, I got him." You know what I mean? Like
so
because
that
Chet,
ain't
that's the
Chet.
only way you're gonna keep Wimby out of the lane. If they run Harkenstein, which they did, and they took him down, they sat him down in like the second half.
He
But that
can't do
first
it.
half, that was you can't because Harkenstein
Hartenstein
doesn't
can't.
stretch the floor. He
Yeah,
doesn't stretch the floor. Chet does. Chet has to guard Wemby because when Chet's in there, if you try to hide Chet and say, "Oh, well, we don't want you to get in foul," Wemby is going to continue to be a mismatch
Well,
problem.
here's the thing. You're talking about Chet don't stretch the floor. Wemby don't guard Chet
Mm-mm.
because Chet
I'm
don't do
saying
nothing.
Chet.
Chet
I
don't do
said
nothing to
Chet
sit in the
does.
corner. Well, so got you. So, but here's my thing. Yes, he's tall enough, and I want to see it but watching that game, Chet was getting out rebounded by Castle. He was getting out rebounded by Harper. He was getting out rebounded by Champagne, and everybody else that came in. It wasn't just.
That's just hard. I mean, that's a lack of
That's
heart.
my. But that's my point though.
Yeah.
You can
That's
be tall.
that's to me.
But you know what we used to say about people like that? But you tall for no reason.
No, see, I don't agree with that because
I'm
I feel
just
like
I'm being. He's a great basketball player, but I don't. You gotta want to do that. That's all I'm saying. You gotta want to take him out of the game, and he
if I
didn't play
would have
like he
never
did.
saw Chet do it, I would agree with y'all. But I watched Chet when I thought he was that, what y'all saying, last year, and I watched him in gritty series against Indiana. I watched him in gritty series against Denver, and I watched him turn it on, and he'll have a bad game, and he'll come back and turn it on. I'm telling you, that guy is absolutely capable of canceling out the shit that Wemby does. But
I don't agree with that, but okay.
effectively and offensively,
Cancel?
Dagno has to make the adjustment. Stop letting him go to the corner. Give him the ball at the free throw line and give him an opportunity to be able to go in there and offensive rebound. If he's standing at the 3-point line
Can't
every
rebound.
time down the floor, he
Can't
can't go
rebound.
out there and out rebound Castle and Champagne and all these
Yeah.
guys. But if you post him up at that free throw line when they run zone, which Twan, you should know this. Most guys who play basketball know this. You can't rebound effectively out of a zone. Every
No,
time they go zone, I would punish them. I would punish them. I would post Chet up at that high free throw line. I would put Jalen Williams in the dunker spot, and I would let Shea run high pick and roll with Chet. And every time, no pop, drive straight to the middle of the hole. Drive. Whether I give you the ball or not, I want you going straight down there.
So here's the
They didn't
issue
do
with
that.
what you're saying. Here's the issue with what you're saying. That's a coaching matchup thing, and nothing you said was wrong. But what Drew said is that's a heart thing. You could say what you said, nothing's wrong with anything that you said. And I'm not saying Chet ain't physically capable of doing all of that. But the way Wemby came out here, he gonna have to elevate his effort about 5, 10 plus 10 fold. Because what
And
you're
again,
not going to be able to do,
I think they
but
will.
what you're not going to be able to do is bring the effort you brought. Yes, the coaches could agree. Yeah, I'm not even arguing none of that. None of that. And you're right. On the zone, they should be rebounding better when the Spurs go to that zone. But I don't think they were prepared for it. So they should be better prepared for it in game 2. But the only thing I'm
but you
saying
missed the
is,
first part of what I said.
go ahead.
I've seen him do it. It's not
Well,
a
yeah.
hard thing for me. It's a hard
But
thing for
he
y'all.
got it. But he
Well, no,
got
I've
to
seen
do
it.
it.
when I say
And just
heart,
one
hold on,
game,
hold on.
just one
Yeah,
game, I'm
no.
not giving Wemby, oh, he's just gonna he can't compete with Wemby off of
Can I
one game.
clarify?
No.
Can I
No,
clarify my point
Let me
real
no,
quick?
clarify.
Can I,
Hold
can
on,
I
hold on,
no,
hold
we're
on,
clarify?
not
hold on,
doing
hold
it.
on.
We're
One
not,
second,
Let
one
me
second,
we're
one
let
not
me
second.
doing
Hold
it.
on.
clarify.
Let me
Go ahead.
clarify my point real quick. When I say
Go
heart,
ahead,
I
G.
just meant that one game. I think
That's all we're
game
saying.
one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't mean overall, Chet. I meant like
Okay,
game
okay.
one.
That's
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I
Yeah,
thought.
yeah.
Okay.
yeah, yeah. That's
No,
what I
that's all
clarify.
we're
I meant
saying.
game one.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah,
to
nah.
Marcus's point, I think if you play Chet, it's the problem with OKC and the Spurs last night. They let Wemby sit in the paint. That nigga had like 27 blocks.
Yeah.
If you let him sit in the paint, I promise you, you're gonna lose every time. Marcus's point. If you play Chet can stretch the floor. Wemby got to come out and play, which means even
But
if you
Wimby
miss
don't
a
got a
shot, he can't
guard
rebound.
check. Wimby don't got a
But
guard check.
no, he don't
So
have
that's
to.
that
But
you can't.
9 out of 10
You
times he
can't.
will, right?
No, he not. He
Yeah, he
I'm
don't.
doesn't.
just saying. Of
Yeah,
course
you
you don't
don't
have to.
have
But
to
I'm saying,
guard
but
him,
9 out of
but
10
they
times he will, right? So it's like if Chet's at the 3-point line, he's gonna leak out to defend him, try to block that shot. Miss shot, that's anybody's rebound.
yeah,
You cannot let Wemby sit in the paint. The nigga is
So
7'12".
that's agreed. Here's the only point I was making when it comes to Chet. That game, his effort was subpar.
absolutely. Yeah, he didn't come to play.
Regardless of where he was on the court, his effort was subpar.
Yeah, he
Because
didn't come to play.
you can be placed anywhere, but when I've seen people find a way to get themselves involved. I've seen people
Got blocked
find a
by
way.
Harper. You're right, Twan. He
He
got blocked
got
by
he
Harper
got
last night.
he got blocked by what's the dude name with the ponytail dreads? He blocked him on a layup. I think it was in overtime. The point I'm making is that what you're saying, coaching wise, makes
Yeah,
perfect
but this
sense.
game one
But if
though.
he come, but if it, and that's all we got to talk about. I'm not making it. All I'm just talking about is what we saw.
Yeah, I'm
If
just
he
going over
comes,
the adjustments. And I didn't know you were talking about
yeah,
just game one. I
yeah, we
agree
just
with
talking
you,
about the
Tony. If he
finals.
brings that
Yeah,
type of if he brings that type of effort, they lose in five. They're
yeah,
gonna lose in five. But I just don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be a lot more. You're gonna see Wemby involved in a lot more pick and roll up top and making him move his feet. Because that's one thing that the coach from the Thunder. I'm telling you, like I watched them last year, bro, and I said it on my pod earlier this year. They're not unbeatable because they get lazy, but I'm telling you, that dude, him and that guy that he's going against, that Mitch dude from San Antonio, they probably the best adjustment guys in the NBA. And maybe Kenny Atkinson from Cleveland, because Cleveland made a huge adjustment and it just absolutely destroyed Detroit. I did not see that coming. That was crazy. But they make great adjustments, and I agree with you. Chet cannot play like he flat out got mauled last night. Like he got
because
mauled last
there's
night.
no answer if he's not the answer because Wemby's just too
Right.
tough. There's
And
no
and I
answer.
agree with you 100%. I just think I've seen them play each other. I know what Chet can do to Wemby. Like I've seen him cook Wemby. I've seen him cook Wemby. And Wemby is he wants to be the new face of the league. He's probably gonna be it. He deserves it. But I'm telling you,
This is
this
also
ain't
a
no
lot. This is a lot more aggressive Wemby, and I'm not actually the person that's trying to crown him. I'm just saying
no.
I saw
He's way more comfortable.
his level of urgency and his level of aggression that he's bringing to the series is not regular season aggression and energy. That's all I'm saying.
No. It's
It's a
he's
whole.
taking it up a notch. Um, I also think with him being young, and this is why I picked OKC. I also think with him being young, that aggression is gonna hurt him at some point in time in the series. It's gonna hurt him. It's gonna be a game when he's jacking up them shots and they're not falling, and OKC is gonna maul them. I mean, when I say maul them, I'm talking about rebound, pass, dunk. Another long three, rebound, pass,
Shit
dunk.
almost
Like
happened last night.
I'm telling you, bro. Like that's
It's
how they play.
possible.
When they got matched up with Indiana last year, and Twan, you remember we were talking about this because me and you both said if OKC gets Indiana, we both said we felt like it was going to be a series because of how they play. They got a snake at the head of the at the head of the body of what's going on, and when they move that ball
There's nothing you
defensively,
can do
it's
about
just
it.
impossible to stay in front of them. When Harkenstein is out there passing and making backdoor cuts to Jalen Williams and to Drew's point, they did it for like a quarter last night, and they outscored San Antonio by like 20 points, bro. That was ugly.
It can happen.
If they would have did that for three quarters, they would have won by 40 last night. They would have won
Yeah.
by 40 last night. I'm telling you, I think San Antonio, and I completely agree with Twan put in the text. This is gonna be a great series. I think it goes seven, but we're gonna have a couple blowouts, bro. We're gonna have a couple blowouts. And
I
and I
agree,
think
but
game two is gonna be the first.
I think it's gonna be on both sides though. I think we're gonna have a couple blowouts.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah, I
agree.
can see
Yeah,
that.
I agree.
I,
Yeah,
I can
I
see
agree.
that.
I think game
Because
three in San Antonio, OKC probably gonna get ran out the gym.
the
They
one
probably
thing
gonna
I
get ran
think,
that first game.
yeah, I think the one thing I think a lot of people are forgetting, and this is more so just the coverage I've been watching, is that Stephen Curry had 11 turnovers. With De'Aaron Fox, he's not going to handle the ball as much
As
in that
much.
role. In that role, right? He had 11 turnovers, and De'Aaron Fox did not play. So a lot of those possessions in the fourth that got the game to overtime and got the overtime to a second overtime, those possessions will be cleaned up. There was a lot of
Yeah.
sloppy possessions. There was a lot of unorganized possessions, and that's just
Yeah.
youth. That's just youth, right? A lot of those things are going to get cleaned up. So yes, I fully expect Shea to play better. I fully expect Oklahoma City to counter some of the stuff that happened in Game One. But I also fully expect for Stephon Castle not to have 11 turnovers, and I fully expect De'Aaron Fox to have an imprint in this game. Here's the issue: I didn't think there was a team that had just as many defenders as OKC does. San Antonio
Oh,
does,
you
and they're
didn't know that?
younger. Well, not. I knew they had them, but
Oh, you ain't
the
been watching like me and you been watching. That's
Yeah.
true.
no,
That's
I've been
true.
watching. I've been no. I've been watching, but
No,
to me,
like from an aspect
regular,
of betting.
regular. Well, I mean, I don't really watch, but for
You
the
see what I'm
regular
saying? Like
season,
it's a
yeah.
difference when you watching for betting because
Well, yeah.
you start looking at tendencies and stuff like that. Like
Absolutely.
Drew knows he probably don't even like betting on teams playing against the Spurs because he knows how kind of defense they play. So he
Can't
don't
do
like
it.
taking overs. You know what I mean? Like anybody playing OKC, I don't like taking the over
The
unless
better
it's
that you like.
Anthony Edwards or somebody like I know he gonna get at least 25 shots tonight, regardless. You
The
know what I
bet from
mean?
last night
Like,
I sent you
but
a
if they
void.
playing Atlanta, I'm not taking
You
no
see,
overs.
you see, you
Mm-mm.
see, I took the under on Shea, right? I do not bet against the Spurs. I'm telling you, I
Yeah, I'm
don't.
telling you, dog. Like
So,
all year, bro, all year, dog. Like
I'm
all
gonna I'm
year,
gonna take the under.
so here's what I
I
want.
think
Here's a
putting
all
question.
year.
Castle on Shea was a brilliant move because of his size and Castle don't mind getting in foul trouble. He's so aggressive. Putting him on
Well,
Shea, to me,
he's
that's
got
going
the
to determine the
size.
series.
He was
Yeah, yeah,
effective on Shea too, man. Like Shea
absolutely.
shot the ball bad, but I gotta give Stephon Castle some credit on that, bro. Like he was right there. He wasn't going for that step back shit. He wasn't getting baited into bad fouls,
Mm-mm.
bro. Like it was impressive. It
Well,
was really impressive, dog. Like
here's the one thing. The last one before we'll kind of
Let me say
well,
something
here's
real
the
quick,
one.
Toy. I can't see you. I don't know what that means.
We all
I
see each
don't
other.
know. I hear you, but I can't see you. So I don't
he's
know.
not. He doesn't. I can see him. Here we go. Here we
So I don't
go.
know.
Twan might not be on the
Yeah, nah,
show.
he's on the screen.
Hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
okay,
So
okay.
so anyway,
Marcus was on your
so
screen last time. Remember that? But go ahead.
no, it was just delayed. Marcus had left. He
Yeah.
physically left the box. You just anyway.
Oh,
Anyway.
hey, okay, go ahead. Go for it.
Anyway.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway. Yeah. So everybody's saying Wimby. Excuse me, say Wimby. Is
This
the
should
best
kick your
player in
ass just now.
basketball. It's a lie. It can get you. It
Yeah, don't
is
try to
that
say the whole name.
he's the best player in basketball.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That's the question I wanted to ask. Go ahead. I'll give you the floor.
Absolutely not. I think Wemby. You know what I compare this to? I compare this to maybe 2006 LeBron with the Cavs when everybody was trying to say he was the best player in the world and Kobe Bryant was out there scorching. Kobe might not have been getting the attention, but he was absolutely still the best player in basketball. And I don't think Wemby is the best player in basketball. I think he's behind Shea, and I also think he's behind Jokic. Honestly. Like, I just being real. I think he's definitely behind those two guys. Is he top five in my opinion? Absolutely. Do I think he's going to be the best player probably within 2 years? Yeah. Yeah, he's probably going to be if he keeps this same type of aggression and being able to hide that extra level to the playoffs and ramping up his game, I would give him best player. But as of right now, no. No, I don't think
Let
he's
me
better
let
than
me
Simi,
let me
and I
ask
don't
you a
think he's better than
question.
you.
Let me ask you a question. I actually agree. I don't think he's the best player in basketball. So let me ask you a question though. Do you think there's a year let me ask you what year or years do you think Shaq, if at all, was the best player in basketball?
The 3 years when y'all won the championship, he was the best player in basketball.
You think he was the best player in basketball then?
Absolutely. Not even
Okay.
close. He
Do
was
me
the
a
most
favor.
unguardable person
Okay, there we
ever.
go. So let's define. Can we define the best player? What does that mean? I think we know.
I go by
I
impact.
think we have the okay impact. All right.
Yeah, I go by impact. And what I mean by impact, now don't get it twisted. Kobe Bryant during that run was unreal. Like he was absolutely unreal, but absolutely guardable. If you throw a double team at him, he would still shoot it, but you can get a bad shot, and you know what I mean. Like it is what it is. I'm not saying you could shut Kobe down. Nobody could ever shut Kobe down. But Shaq was different. Shaq made
So
motherfuckers sign three big men that had no business being in an NBA uniform for fouls. Like literally. Like
agreed.
teams were signing guys from LA Fitness to
So
come in and give them six fouls.
so Marcus, here's so I'm glad you said that because I separate dominant and best because I think they're two different things, and for me,
I
the
agree with that.
difference between dominant and best is, for an example, I brought Shaq up for a reason. Size, with that lack, if taking that size away,
Mhm.
can you be just as dominant? Right? And that could be. Well, hold on. Let me complete let me land.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's not a Shaq thing. That's just Shaq is the most. He was the most dominant player for a run there. So he's a good example. For an example, and this is not a shot, this is just an example. I thought there was a time frame where LeBron James was one of the most dominant players, but not the best because he just really was relying on size. The skill set wasn't quite what it turned into. Just it's
That's fair.
size being the biggest reason for dominance, I think. So going back to Shaq, going back to Wemby. If Wemby was 6'7", 6'8", based on the current skill set he has, would he be as dominant? I don't
No.
think so. And I agree.
Yeah.
So now to me, that puts him in the most dominant category, not necessarily the best, if that makes sense.
That does.
So-
And the reason why I said Shaq, oh my bad, go ahead, Twan. I don't want to let you land
No,
the plane.
so long way to say, I do agree. I don't, Shea, maybe, I don't know. I would put Tatum in that category. I don't think he has Jaylen Brown there, so Tatum he doesn't have it by himself, so I don't necessarily, he's not going to get the amount of shots that are, or whatever. But I think his versatility,
I think Tatum is
Tatum-
has a better skill set than Shea.
overall, he has more things he can do on a basketball court than Shea.
I say something real quick.
Jason, go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest, and again, no, that's not a shot at Shea. If Shea didn't get out in fouls,
This
he didn't got
is
him.
just analysts.
If he didn't got him fouls, would Shea really be quote unquote the best player in the league? Again, and he's a very dominant player. Half of his points come from the free throw line, and my only issue with Shea is, and again, I like him, skillful as he is. Like last night in the fourth quarter, he turns it on. There were 2 back-to-back layups. He bulldozed his way and scored like 2 back-to-back layups over 2 people. I like that Shea. I don't like flopping Shea, 20 free throw attempt Shea. That bothers me because people don't talk about it enough. It's who James Harden used to be. Shea flops on every single shot attempt he takes.
Not a fair. That's not a bad
far.
assessment.
It's
not far-fetched.
far.
And that was
James
Harden.
James Harden was unwatchable for a little while there, but
I think the difference between Shea and
the
James
point still
Harden is this though.
remains,
Yeah, I don't think Shea relies on the free throws. I think he takes them because he knows he can get them.
Can get
He
him.
knows the
Yeah.
rules.
He knows games.
He knows the
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah, like we watched him go against Indiana last year, and it wasn't a lot of flopping, bro. Like they was fouling. Okay,
No,
see, I was complaining about that. He was fouling.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a lot of flopping on Shea part. He was just out there cooking people.
He
Like,
can hoop.
really good defenders. Really good defenders.
And that's a Shea. And he can do. That's my point. He can do that, and I love that Shea. And
Yeah.
I think honestly, I think that's why Game 1 was such an anomaly. I think he was expecting those calls he wasn't getting.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I
I
agree.
don't think
I
he was
agree.
playing for the shot. I think he was playing for the foul on a lot of those shots.
And when he stopped playing for the foul, he started cooking. When he started,
Yes.
I have a question. I got a question. I hate to interrupt. Great conversation. Shea, Ant. That's for Drew.
For my take,
Well, just in the context of this conversation, it's not necessarily who you're taking.
okay.
It's just in the context of this conversation. Just throw them into what we're talking about, and now,
I gotta go Shea only because to me Ant is inconsistent. When Ant turns it on, he's arguably one of the best players in the league. He's just too inconsistent for me. Outside of the game here and there, like last night, and again he ended up with 24 points. Shea don't have bad nights. He may have nights where he doesn't score as much. Shea don't have bad nights.
he don't hurt you.
Ant don't have bad nights, huh?
No, I'm just yeah. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Ant don't have bad nights, and it's
Well, I was wondering what was going on. He got a call.
No, I'm like, what the hell?
That's that Android. Android kicking his ass. Go
Can I
ahead,
answer
bro.
that question?
Yeah, facts. Go ahead.
I'm gonna answer I'm gonna just to go back real quick, and I agree with you saying, Twan, about the dominant and best player. The reason why I said Shaq was the best player during that time frame is because what he did with the big lights. When they got to the finals, Shaq still has, you know what I mean? Like that was the best for me. Like averaging 34 and 20 is crazy. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy. But I agree with Drew. I would take Shea, and I like Ant better. I actually want Ant to be where Shea is, but I'll tell you the difference.
He needs help.
I think Shea is a smarter basketball player than Ant right now.
Agree.
And what I mean by that is like he knows how to handle the double team. Like he anticipates the double team. He knows how to beat it with his handles. He knows how to beat it with shots, and he knows how to pass out of it. And I think Ant still struggles with that. And I think that's where the Spurs kind of like what Drew said. When Ant has it going, bro, like there's nobody on the planet that can stop Ant. Seriously, there's nothing you can do about it. But it's too inconsistent when he has it going. It's not that Jordan or Kobe feel like, look, I might have a bad quarter. I might have two bad quarters.
It's
Third and
inevitable.
fourth, I'm gonna smoke you. It's over with. You know what I mean? Like
It's
I've seen
inevitable.
Kobe go out there and stink it up for three quarters and just literally dog a team out in the fourth.
I think that's the work.
Subdued it.
The
You know
more
what I
work,
mean?
the
Like
more
just
work he puts in, I think that's going.
and that's what I mean, Twan. Like I think Ant works, but his game
Yeah,
he
he has
has
to
to
work.
expand that part of it. I think I would love for him to be a more effective passer and understand how to play out that double. And I think
Well, I want
that's
him to
what
get his
Shea
play
is.
with his back to the basket. He's big enough to play. Kobe waited a long time to get that back to the basket game.
Yeah, yeah.
You a little thicker than Kobe was. Pause.
I
But
think Kobe had to though. He had to learn how
well,
to
he
play to the
wasn't he
back.
wasn't as athletic. Jesus. So he had to
Yeah,
develop
but
it.
when it became Kobe's team though, he had to like expound on how he was scoring. You know what I mean? Like you could now I'm the guy, which it did that didn't bother Kobe, but he had to. Everybody can guard this. Me pulling up, shooting a two dribble pull up.
It's
Everybody
expected.
can't. Yeah, everybody can't guard this fadeaway. You know what I mean? And we can actually run offense. To Kobe's credit, like he's a very high IQ basketball player. And I think that's where Ant lacks right now. I'm not saying he's a dumb player. I don't think that at all.
No,
Yeah, yeah. I just think he's, like Drew said, like it looks inconsistent because he doesn't know what to do sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's seen every defense right now. And I think Shea's seen every defense. I think
And I
guys
think
like LeBron, Kobe, George, like you can't throw a defense at them that they haven't seen, bro. Like that's
I know
why they
I'm a
look so
Kobe
comfortable.
fan. I know I'm a Kobe fan, but I think Ant would do well with watching late Kobe videos, not early Kobe. Late Kobe.
I would agree. I think he would. I think a good mix
Late
of
Kobe.
all of them would be
Well,
do him
I
good.
think he understands. I think the early Kobe, he kind of it's a really high athleticism. I think he can handle that part of it. The late
Yeah,
Kobe is the Kobe that came with the back to the basket, came with the fadeaway, came with the 2 or 3 counter moves off of moves because people were starting to that Kobe because he wasn't as athletic started coming up with combinations, and it's almost like a boxing. Coming up, he
yeah,
would come up with combinations, and if I throw to the left, I know you expecting this, so I'm a whatever, boo, boo, boo. If Ant could figure that kind of stuff out now with the current athleticism he has, that I think takes him to the next level.
yeah. I agree. And I think it's more of a with him. I do think it's more of like you said, watching some film. But to Ant's credit, he did improve an aspect of his game that people probably really not giving him credit. His three
Oh,
point
that three
shooting
point
jump
shooting,
shooting. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
was great this
yeah.
year. And I think that's just a step. Like Twan said, if he goes in the gym and he says, look, I'm gonna work on my post up game, I'm gonna work on passing out a double, I think you'll see an improvement because I know Ant works hard. You know what I mean? But he's still young. He's still super young. Ant's still super young. I think he's what, fifth year? He's maybe fifth year in the league so far?
Something,
Because I
yeah.
think
That feels
something
right.
like
because
that.
he was a
Yeah,
rookie around COVID time, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
something
So
like
he
that.
might be
Yeah,
so he like might be fifth, sixth year.
he about
Most guys
24.
don't get to where they're gonna be into that seventh or eighth year. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like no
he
matter
got time,
even Braun and Kobe really didn't hit that. Kobe was special because he was
but
in a position where he could
but
showcase what he really
yeah,
could do
but
early.
he was on a solid. He was on
Yeah.
a quality team. He wasn't asked to carry that team. He
Yeah,
had
and he had a great like Tuan said, he had a great situation. He had a great situation. Like
much better.
he
Kobe had
absolutely was the
Kobe
anchor
had
of
the
that
Eddie
team.
Joneses and the Nick Van Exels and those guys to
Yeah,
learn from.
yeah. And
Also,
Kobe had
we
the
got yeah.
confidence from the jump
Oh,
though. And I think
he
Ant does
built
have
that.
that crazy confidence. It's just not
He
fuck you,
got to
I'm not
get it.
passing you the ball because
Yeah,
I don't see you working hard confidence type shit. Because if Ant had that, him and Julius Randle wouldn't get along.
oh dear
Because
God,
yeah,
I heard.
dear
they would
God.
not get along. They would not get
I,
along.
I heard there's some contention in the locker
Ooh.
room though.
Well, it is because of that. But anyway, I don't
Well,
want to
I
get
mean,
sidetracked. Go ahead,
yeah,
Marcus.
yeah.
Go
No,
ahead and
my
close it out.
last point on that. Julius Randle was out that Kobe camp. And I'm telling you, Julius Randle's in that locker room and he's probably saying, I don't give a fuck what you doing, man. I need my goddamn 15 to 20 shots, and that bullshit you doing ain't cutting it.
But he ain't
And
earning
that's
them. And that's the
yeah,
problem. Kobe wouldn't respect that because he ain't working hard enough. He ain't doing all the other stuff.
yeah,
He
yeah,
ain't. He ain't. But
yeah.
We talking championship basketball, so I want to do some. We're going to end it on this. I want to do some. We're going to do like a bracket style challenge, right? Top four, in my opinion, NBA Finals winners over the past 30 some odd years. Doing top four, and we're gonna trim out who's the best. So Drew, you there? Drew, can you go on mute, please? If you wiping yourself or whatever it is you're doing, God,
I'm
no,
back
my
now.
nigga,
Sorry.
you in the bathroom or what? My
Had a blow my nose.
goodness,
I apologize.
Damn, nigga, what you got? What you
hold
what
on,
you
I
got
thought
time
I
out,
going
muted
Drew.
it
on, Drew?
also. I
You
thought I
know what's
muted it also. My
you
bad.
know what's
I blow
hilarious?
my
Yeah, I'm
nose.
about to say you went off screen and just I'm gonna mute in the
Yeah,
mic.
we just
Thought I
started
muted
hearing
it.
all
Go
kind of
in the
sounds,
mic.
nigga. Like,
Okay.
whoa.
I
You know what I'm
apologize.
saying? Like, whoa.
Anyway,
Hey,
all right.
hey, hey, Hef,
So Drew,
cut that part out.
so all right. So we're gonna do a couple things. So these are the four NBA. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, last 30 years, or yeah, something like that.
Okay, you'll catch up. All right, cool. All right, so we got the 95-96 Bulls, the 72 and 10s. All right, we got the 2017 Golden State Warriors, the 73 and 9. We
Oh
got the
no, they
two.
didn't win no championship. No, no,
Oh, you know what? They didn't win the championship. I'm sorry.
no.
That's not the
Absolutely
70.
not.
No. I'm wrong. It is the 2017 Warriors. It's just not the 73 and 9 team.
Yeah,
My
it's not
bad.
73. I don't think they won 70. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So 95-96 Bulls, 2017 Golden State Warriors, the old 2000-2001 Lakers. Of course, we had to put them in there. And then I got the 2012-2013.
Damn, that's tough.
Do we
Damn.
You
have
want me to rank
any
them? You want me
you
to?
want to take? Hold on. We're not going to rank it like that, but who, before we're not going to rank it. We're going to do a bracket, and I'm going to give you the bracket.
Okay.
Is there any team from 91 to
Damn.
now that you want to replace with any of these teams before we go?
Nah.
Did
Should
I
take
do okay with the four best?
nigga take one of them out.
No, it's a bracket. You got to have an even number. So,
Damn.
all right. Half
I
your
would
weight.
I would like to
We
give an
need you
honorable
for
mention
this.
to that Detroit Pistons team that beat the Lakers. I don't think they get enough credit. I don't think that
Man,
team gets enough credit.
but I don't think they beat any of these teams, though. So it's
I don't know. That was a pretty lethal team they beat. That was a pretty lethal team they beat.
Tayshaun
That's a pretty
Prince.
lethal team.
Ain't nobody
But go
want.
ahead. Yeah. We'll go with those four.
Okay. All right. So this is how we doing it, right? So boom. What we're gonna do? We're gonna pull up rosters. Drew, can you be my roster pull up person?
I got you.
Because we're not going off nostalgia. We're not going off of the things we've created in our memories, the lore that we've placed on. We're going to look at these rosters. It's two things I want to see. Obviously, we can look at the rosters we can discuss.
Real
And
quick,
I want to
you said what
see
year? Golden State.
2016,
2016,
2017.
2017. So, all right. We'll go through the roster. So I'm putting against these are the teams that are going against each other. And I'm doing it on purpose this way, so I know y'all gonna just know it is what it is. I'm going the
Oh my God, like this nigga
2000 2001 Lakers against the 2012 2013 Heat.
That's how I would have matched it up.
Yeah, and then I'm going the Warriors against the Bulls.
That's exactly how I would have matched it up.
Yep. So that's how we matching up. Let's start off with the Warriors and we'll start off Heat Lakers. Let's start Heat Lakers. So Heat Lakers. So Drew, let's run down the rosters. You got the Lakers roster.
Actually, that's the only one I didn't pull up yet. Give me 1 second.
You on
Damn,
mute.
I ain't got no audio.
You on mute.
I said that's the only one I didn't pull up yet. Give me 1
You
second.
still on mute.
Can you hear me?
I was just saying you still on mute. We're
Damn it.
looking at. I think it's in. We see it on the thing. So
Hold
it may
on.
just be.
Let me see if I can help him.
Can you
No, I
unmute
took
him?
it off. I took it off.
Oh, there you go.
I about to say I took it off.
Okay. All right. So all
I'm
right.
sorry.
2000 2001 Lakers, 2012 2013 Miami Heat. Drew, give us the Lakers roster.
Starting five.
Yes.
That's all.
Give us top. Give us the 8. Give us 8.
It's the only one I didn't pull up. Hold on 1 second.
We'll
All
start
right, so
with
we got.
start with the Heat if you got the Heat.
I got Lakers up now. So we got Shaq, Kobe, Rick Fox, Derek Fisher, Robert Ory.
Go 8.
8, we got Horace Grant, Brian Shaw, Teron Lue.
Oh,
Any
man,
else?
please go to the Heat roster.
All right.
Heat roster.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
going to
Please
Heat
go to
now?
the Heat roster.
Go ahead.
All right, so Heat, we
Go 8.
have LeBron James, D Wade, Chris Bosh, Ray Allen, Mario Chalmers, Udonis Haslam, Mike Miller, and
Shane
North
Battier.
Cole.
Shane
Keep
Battier was
going.
on that team.
Yep, we got Shane Battier,
So you
James
going 12.
Jones,
All right. I
Juwan
said the
Howard.
top
Look,
8.
he said Shane, so I just
Pick
kept
your
going.
pick your 8, nigga.
He
Pick
said
your
Shane,
8.
so I just kept going.
Can't name 12 people and pick 8. All right, so boom. All right, so we got. I think okay. So let's look at rosters. Let's talk rosters. Let's talk rosters. I think it's safe we could go top 6 on these two. After that, it's kind of. Is that fair?
That's fair.
All
So
right.
Shaq, Kobe, Rick Fox. Go ahead, Drew. Give us top
Robert
6 and then we'll
Ory
go from there.
and
Yeah.
Horace Grant.
And then we got LeBron, D Wade, Chris
Mario
Bosh,
Chalmers,
Bosh.
Chris
Allen,
Bosh.
and Udonis Haslam.
Did Allen start?
Ray Allen, yeah,
No.
he started.
Did
Ray
he?
Allen?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Ray Allen
Ray Allen
started.
started.
I
Yeah.
thought Shane Battier started for that team.
Ray Allen started.
Okay.
I think both of them probably started in points, but it's okay.
Well,
So
yeah,
anyway,
yeah,
let's talk. Let's
yeah.
talk. Let's talk. Marcus, go ahead and make your heat point. I know.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they
Go ahead and
smoking
make
these
your.
niggas.
I don't
They
know about
smoking these
smoking,
niggas.
but go
No,
ahead.
no, I don't like. I do, and just like that Heat
I like.
team, I think Chris Bosh is the X factor. I think Chris Bosh is the guy that provides the most trouble. I think Robert Ory at that point in time in his career with the Lakers, this ain't Houston Robert Ory, was a very serviceable defender, but not enough to guard Chris Bosh.
He wouldn't have
Not
been the
one on
person
one.
guarding Chris Bosh. Rick Fox would have guarded Chris Bosh.
And that's even worse. That's even
No,
worse.
Rick Fox, I think would have been a better. I think on the perimeter because Chris Bosh played on the perimeter a lot.
But Chris Bosh played down low. He got rebounds, bro. He got a lot
Yeah.
of putback.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now you got Shaq and Horace Grant. So who's he rebounding against?
Oh, okay. First of all, Horace Grant's coming off the bench, so he ain't
Well,
rebounding
Drew
against
named
shit.
the starters, and he said Horace Grant. Who started, Drew?
No, I'd say Horace. I just kept going. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Horace Grant was the sixth guy.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
Sixth
just
guy.
kept
all right.
going.
So let's
Yeah.
So
let's
just
start. Let's start
who
deep then.
started
So,
for that team?
oh, go ahead. That's what
You
we
want
were
to know who
starting.
started for the team?
Yeah, who started? 'Cause-
D Wade, Bosh, Allen, Chalmers.
no. Shaq. Okay, that's okay.
For the
Derek
Lakers.
Fisher.
For the Lakers.
Lakers,
Derek
I'm
For the
Fisher,
sorry.
Lakers.
Kobe. Who was the 3 and the 4? That's all we're trying to figure out. Who's the 3 and
3
the
and the
4?
4, that would have been Shaq, and the 4 would have been what?
No.
I'm sorry, Shaq was
Shit,
5.
Shaq
Shaq was
definitely
5.
Jake definitely
So
didn't
it would
play
have
the
been
three.
Rick Fox, and Ori.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He
All
cooking
right.
both of them.
So a couple things about that team. They switching 1 through 4. Well, 2
Hold
through
on,
4. 2 through
I
4.
wasn't done making my heat point. We got to the
Well,
Chris Bosh
it's
shit.
gonna be back. It's not gonna just. But go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll let you
I'm
start it
just
off.
saying. And as far as rebounding is concerned, defensively, that was a historically good Heat defensive team.
Yeah, they're great. They're great.
Yeah, just by the
That's
numbers.
why they were. Everybody is in the top 4.
Yeah.
We understand
Now,
the greatness.
do
Yeah.
not honestly, realistically, not even being a homer here. Do I think they could blow them out? No. But do I think the combination of the three guys I think is a little bit better than the combination of the dynamic duo? Because of the fact that what Chris Bosh can probably give you a game, and I don't feel like Rick Fox and Rob Ory is giving you a game. Not on that team. I've never seen them give them. I've seen big shots.
Yeah,
I've
they're not gonna
seen
give you that.
moments, but yeah, I just
So
think the Heat
here's
were too young. They were in their prime, bro. They were
okay,
in their prime
cool.
around
So
that time.
here's okay. Granted, valid points. I don't know that the Heat has anybody on that roster. Udonis Haslam would be the closest person that I could think could possibly. I don't think that he have anybody that's gonna. I don't think that was prime Shaq, but I think that was prime dominance Shaq.
Oh yeah, no, nobody's guarding Shaq.
I don't
Nobody's
know.
guarding Shaq.
I don't know. So that's 2 things I think happens. I think Udonis Haslam gets into foul trouble pretty frequently in that series. It's just that Udonis Haslam just wasn't the young Udonis Haslam, right?
No, he's more enforcer on that team. He was
Right.
more enforcer.
I'm assuming you would put LeBron on Kobe. I'd be very interested.
Absolutely not.
I'm putting D Wade on Kobe.
So if
Absolutely not. I would put D Wade and LeBron on Kobe. I
Yeah.
would switch them out.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
I was actually
because
gonna,
Kobe's one of those guys you can't let him get comfortable with a defender
and
because
that's what I was gonna say.
he's gonna eventually
That's what I
pick
was
that
gonna
nigga
say.
apart, no matter who it is. If
That's
it's
what I was
LeBron,
gonna. Okay,
he's gonna pick him apart. If it's Dwayne,
kudos to you for saying that, because I said if you put LeBron James on Kobe Bryant for an entire series, 2 things are gonna happen. He's gonna get tired on defense. You can't, and he was young, so I'm not saying he would be too tired to play offense, but He's gonna have to work on defense more than you really. And
Now,
LeBron James' best defensive attribute is his off-ball defense. I would say is far superior than his own ball defense. But also, that's foul trouble. I'm sorry, that's gonna be foul trouble, buddy.
now it's a back and forth because around that time we
It's
talking
7
about
games. It's 7
yeah,
games.
it's 7 games for sure. It's absolutely 7 games. But I'm gonna
All
tell
of
you,
these we just gonna assume would be 7. Let's
yeah,
just go ahead.
and I'm gonna just say this, and we can, somebody else can make a point if they want to.
We'll let Drew or somebody and Harold
Yeah,
be the tiebreaker.
they can make a point, but that LeBron James, to me, my personal opinion, this is not fact. That was the scariest LeBron James I've ever seen.
Agreed.
Like that Cleveland LeBron James was different. Like he was like dominant, like you like to say, like he's dominant, not necessarily the best, but dominant. But that Miami Heat, after they won that championship against against OKC.
That's the
Yeah.
best LeBron. Here's what I'll say. Go ahead.
Kobe was gonna have a hard time. He was gonna have it was gonna be a rough series for him.
Well,
It was because
Kobe wasn't going to be nowhere close. Kobe was going to be guarding Dwayne Wade. I can tell you that now.
Kobe has an ego, bro, and we agree with this.
Well, there'll be in spots. Yeah, he's going to in spots.
He has an ego, bro.
Here's what I'd like to refer you to, and then we'll kind of vote and we'll move. 2000, excuse me, 9.
Yes.
2009, maybe the playoffs. I think it was maybe 10. It was Denver versus the Lakers. Y'all remember that series?
Yeah, talking about with Melo and Kenyon Martin and the boys.
Remember that epic Melo Kobe series?
Oh yeah.
And originally Kobe wasn't guarding Melo, and then like you said, oh let me get him. And them two dudes went to war for about 4 games.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know my vote, but I'm just gonna say it. Kobe, to me, I don't think there's anybody on that team that would have been able to stop that Kobe Bryant.
No, not at all.
From doing anything he wanted to do. Shouts out to Flash, he wouldn't have been able to do that.
And I think the difference between LeBron and Carmelo, and this is to me, just me as a basketball guy, this is what makes LeBron so great. Melo can't hurt you like LeBron can hurt you. Like Kobe hurts you. Yeah. Kobe hurts you. Like I've learned as I've gotten older, and I feel like my basketball IQ has gone up a little bit. I learned Kobe wasn't a ball hog. Kobe just understood how to hurt you scoring the basketball, and it was in multiple different ways. Like he could have a quarter where he don't even shoot the ball, and they're in it, and he understands if we just stay afloat, I already know this guy guarding me. I'm gonna kill him for 10 points in the fourth quarter. There's nothing they can do about it. LeBron James, bro, and Iman Shumpert tells these stories, and motherfuckers be thinking he part of the clutch camp or something. Like these are real stories. Like, do you know why LeBron James tormented Toronto, bro, when they was in the East? Because Dwayne Casey got Coach of the Year, and that nigga felt his coach got slighted. And see, these are the stories that they tell about Jordan and Kobe, but they won't tell these stories about LeBron. They won't say this. Took it personal. But being able to hurt you passing the ball and scoring is a lot different than a nigga that you know I'm coming down and playing one-on-one with you. That's harder to beat, bro. And when you got other options out there, like 2 other first-team All-NBA players, that's different.
So I need you.
Yeah, that's Kobe Bryant going to the sideline, kicking the fucking chair because he don't know what to do.
So just so you know, because we don't want to spend too much time on this particular. But I need you to.
My last point.
So understand who that Laker team beat. Not just beat, swept. They swept the Portland Trailblazers. Let's remind you who was on that Portland Trailblazers team.
Oh yeah,
Barnesy Wells, Rasheed Wallace, Jermaine O'Neal, Grant, Jermaine Grant, Scottie Pippen. Like that team was loaded, swept.
Which one of them niggas is better than Chris Bosh?
It's not the point. I'm just making the point.
Just saying.
Rasheed Wallace.
That sleeping shit don't impress me, bro.
No, but that team was no. That team wasn't a sleeper. That team was raw.
Oh, that team. Listen.
No, that Portland team was raw. But
that has nothing to do with them going up against that monster that we talking about.
But understand what I'm saying. That team, You're missing the
Nothing.
point. That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is based on who they went up against. I'm just reminding you who they went up against because you gave
Okay,
me your
you talking about during that time
you
period? Yeah,
gave
yeah,
me
yeah.
your
I feel
you
you.
gave
Yeah,
me
yeah.
you gave me your Braun speech. I want to give you my stuff. Okay, that's all. You gave me a nice little heartwarming, and I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing to you.
That's funny.
But
You're right. You're right. You're right.
but
You're
no.
right.
So
You're
that
right.
was they swept that team. Then they played. I can't remember who they played next, but then they played San Antonio. I think in the Western Conference Finals. That was the Twin Towers San Antonio.
Yeah.
Which Sean Elliott? Which Bruce
Yeah.
Bowen? We can keep going. I don't know if who else, but I know those guys was on that team. Anyway, that's David Robinson, not too far from off of an MVP, right? That's Tim Duncan emerging into MVP status. I think he was third in MVP rating that year.
Yeah. No. That
Swept them.
Lakers team, bro,
Swept them.
was
Swept
dominant
them.
as fuck. That Lakers team was dominant as fuck. They were
Swept them.
dominant as fuck.
And so, hey, that's that. But anyway, let's vote. I know who I vote for. I know who you vote for. Drew, who you voting for?
I'm gonna go Heat.
Of course you are.
But only because.
For sure.
But to your original point, Shaq is the X factor, right? Once you get past Shaq, and it's not a shot at Kobe.
Once you get past Shaq,
Well,
say so. I'm
what
gonna get this. Go ahead.
No,
Go
but
ahead.
it's not a shot at Kobe. The
It kind of
Heat
sounds
start.
like.
No, but the Heat starting five again. The Heat
I
starting
said
five
it.
to
You
me
started with some bullshit.
was bullshit.
Twan
I
don't
feel
want to
like the Heat
accept
have
this shit, man.
I feel like the Heat have a better starting five as far as the skill set, right? Nobody could hold
I think
Shaq.
y'all
But
disrespecting the
no,
defense that
I'm,
Rick
I'm not.
Fox
I'm not.
played.
But no, I'm
Go
not.
ahead.
What I'm
You
saying
said
is,
he. Let's move forward. We don't need all that. Go ahead, Harold.
Nigga, Rick Fox in his prime couldn't guard Chris
he
Bosh.
couldn't, and then
You keep. No, no. Time
Robert
out.
Ory couldn't either.
You gonna see and act like y'all. No, time out. I'm gonna say this. Y'all gonna conveniently sitting here talking about my stars acting like y'all wasn't rolling Mario Chalmers out there. We're
Hey,
not gonna sit here acting like y'all was five flawless. What we're not gonna do is act
Well,
like we five flawless. The biggest thing he ever did
four.
was hit that 3-point shot in Kansas. That's the
and
biggest
won
thing
2
Mario
NBA
Chalmers
championships as a starting point guard.
because he was
I mean,
on the
sounds like he won on every level.
Derek
Sounds like
Fisher
he won
won
on every
5, my
level.
nigga. Derek Fisher won 5.
I'm just
So he's on that
Nobody
team with it.
said Derek Fisher wasn't good,
But y'all sit here talking about Rick Fox and whatnot. Let's not act like
no.
Mario Chalmers wasn't
See,
on that
that's where
team.
you're getting a little
I'm
emotional
just
and
saying.
becoming a homer
I
because
Because
said
I was
both
all
of
we
them.
bringing up
said
I said
Mario
was,
Fox
hold
and
Chalmers.
up,
Robert Ory. I
hold
said
up.
both
All
of
we
them.
said was both of those guys have had amazing careers and been amazing players. But if you're asking me to strip away all that shit and throw them in the gym, which one of them can guard Chris Bosh? I'll give you Robert Ory
So
with the Houston Rockets.
this whole
I
thing is based on Chris Bosh for you?
I thought they championship runs was based on Chris Bosh.
All right. So let's go ahead. Did Harold leave?
No, I think he had a connection problem.
Okay. So we'll come back to this one because now we'll let him vote.
But I think the more interesting one, and we gotta kind of speed it up. I think the more interesting one is gonna be the Bulls and the Warriors because I think we're gonna have some different answers in that.
So let's go ahead. So we got to go ahead, Drew. Give us the roster. Start with the Bulls. Starting 5. Just go starting 5. To be clear, 5 people. Once you say 5 people, you can stop.
First
The
of all,
Knicks is gone, man.
we're
The
talking
Knicks
about
going to the final.
Huh?
Jordan.
Yeah, they coming back.
That's some shit. Jordan, Pippen. We got.
What you doing? My bad. I'm sorry.
No, I thought he was talking to me. I'm just calling out Marcus. My bad.
You know Drew struggles with 5 people. Let him get it out, man.
Yeah, my fault. That
Well,
was my fault.
no,
Drew. I
because
apologize.
the only reason because it's not in order. That's what I'm saying.
Just give us the starters. It don't matter.
It doesn't list. It just has a team roster. Jordan.
So
Pippen,
who's the point? We can guess. Give us the
gotta
team,
find
and
it.
we can tell you.
We got B.J. Armstrong.
He was a starting point guard.
Yeah, so that's 3. We have
Jordan's 2, Pippen's 3, Horace
That
Grant's
would
4.
have been
was a
Horace
4.
Grant.
Horace Grant. So that's 4.
No. That's Dennis Rodman. That's Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman's not on that team.
The
He's not on the team.
72 win team?
Oh, you said 95, 96. Yeah, Dennis Rodman's on that team.
Yeah, that's the one you said, right, Twan?
I did it wrong here.
And I
95,
I
96.
said 90, 91.
No, I said 95, 96.
No, he said 95, 96. He did say that.
I
He did say that.
I was about to say that. I don't think that was B.J. Armstrong. That should have been Ron Harper.
Yeah, I believe that was Ron Harper.
Well, I didn't have
Anyway, so let's let's go ahead and we can Steph Curry, my God, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant,
Draymond Green,
Draymond Green, and
Iguodala.
That's the
who's
16 Warriors? You sure that
Yeah,
ain't 18?
nope.
no, that's
16,
18.
17.
That's 16? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Woo,
who's
So
the
not.
shit.
who started center? Was that the Bogut? That wasn't Bogut.
No,
No,
no.
Mm,
who started
I
at
don't
no
think
center?
that was Kobe.
center. Damian Jones. We have JaVale
I
McGee.
think that was old boy with the dreads that's in New Orleans now.
JaVale McGee. It
JaVale
was
McGee.
JaVale McGee. It was JaVale McGee. So it's JaVale McGee, Draymond Green, Kevin Durant,
But it's a shit.
Clay.
JaVale wasn't the starting center though. Draymond
No, it
was.
was
Who's
the
the,
other guy, Drew. It's the
well,
other guy.
Drew, you have the list.
No. I'm saying no. What I'm saying is he said who was the center. I'm giving you the centers, but I'm saying on that team, Draymond started as a center because KD played the power forward.
Okay,
Yeah.
who played the three? Who played the three? Was that both? Yep. Harrison Barnes?
Iguodala. Yeah, I was gonna say Iguodala.
That's a good. Whew, whew. All right, okay, you got the 95-96 Bulls starters?
Bulls.
I can
We
tell you that off the top of my head.
Michael
Hold up, was
Jordan,
that
Scottie
Iguodala or
Pippen.
was that Harrison Barnes?
That was Iguodala.
Barnes on the team,
Barnes got out of there
but
for Iguodala.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead.
so we got Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Tony Kukoc, B.J. Armstrong, and Ron Harper.
B.J. Armstrong wasn't the starter, so Ron
No,
Harper was the
Steve
starter.
Kerr. Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr was the starter? Steve Kerr was not the starter.
I'm giving you
Steve
point
Kerr,
guards.
Steve Kerr, they say he wasn't the starting point guard. It was either
Yeah,
Ron
I
Harper or
believe their
B.J.
starting
Armstrong.
five. I believe their starting five was Jordan, Pippen, Harper, Kukoc, and Rodman. And I
That
believe
sounds
Luke Longley and those guys came off the bench.
Luke Longley. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah,
So yeah.
Luke Longley was on that team. They
So
had
let's do
another
this. Let's do
winning
this.
team was on that team.
Let's go. Ron Harper, Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, Luke Longley. Because Luke Longley did start some that season with that. So let's go
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Let's
that's
go that.
fair. That's fair. Let's say that's the starting five.
Let's start. All right. So let's go. Before we go, who did you have? Lakers or Heat?
Shit, it don't matter. Chicago.
Jesus
Nigga,
Christ.
my God, just try. Okay,
Just
let's
try. Give a damn. Why
God
don't
damn.
you?
Christ.
Give a damn. Why don't you?
You know what? Don't worry about
Nah, I'll go Heat, and the reason why I go Heat is because I remember that series, and it wasn't Lakers wasn't they won, and I was pulling for them, but they weren't dominant. Like to me,
see, that's why we can't move because people be saying stuff. What series were they not dominant? The ones they swept?
you can't do this. You can't question
I asked him a
my
legitimate
Yeah,
question.
agreed. His
You
opinion
see what
is
I'm saying?
This is
You can't-
his opinion.
Yeah, it wasn't as dominant
He's
as
a football guy,
with
man.
Heat-
Move to the
with
next
Heat.
series,
guy.
Quan. Move to the next
Yeah.
series,
Know
Quan.
this. Yeah, we on the next series, man.
It doesn't matter, Twan. If I would have said Lakers, I'm still gonna say Chicago. Like it does. Okay, to make Twan feel better. Oh,
Let's go.
Lakers got it. All right,
Hey, look, man.
now let me
Phone's
move
on
on.
bed, man. Come on.
Let's go back
Chicago.
to the Warriors, Chicago. Let's go back to that.
Chicago.
Let's go back to it. Okay, so you give us your why?
Yeah,
Or
because
is it just-
I mean, you're talking about all offense. When I look at it, and I saw that team, right? You're talking about. I saw both of them or whatever. I remember the Chicago.
Yeah,
Like y'all remember everybody
Cavaliers
else.
ruined this. They wasted
But the
this.
whole thing is, yeah, they had a lot of offense on Golden State or the Warriors or whatever. However, I feel that Chicago had enough defense to slow that down. Would they have shut it off? Would they have shut it out? No. They still would have got their shots off, but it wouldn't have been the just crazy offense. They would have slowed it down. They would have put a body on them because they had to play Knicks. They had to play Detroit. They had to play teams like that. So they would have made it more physical. They would have slowed it down. They had enough defense at every position where they could have scored enough to take them in the series. So that's why I say Chicago. I don't say it just because of Jordan. I feel there's enough defense around to slow it down enough where they're not just running away with the ball games.
Okay.
Go ahead, Drew.
Looking at this Bulls team, and I'm thinking about Golden State. I do agree with Half as far as from the defensive standpoint. I think the Bulls team, I think that Golden State team was overrated defensively. I think that defensive rating came from teams trying to shoot them. Like they had a high defensive rating. They weren't stopping teams. Teams were trying to shoot with them. They're getting rebounds, whatever. This is a hard one though, because I'm looking at the Bulls roster and defense aside, Golden State had a lot of scoring. I'm just looking at matchups, right?
They have more
I
defense than people give them credit for too.
no,
Yeah.
yeah, and just matchup. Like I think the Dennis Rodman, Draymond Green is an interesting matchup, right? Because they're
Very.
both undersized centers and they both don't give a damn.
Unhinged.
That would have been
But
interesting.
that's that. Yeah, I think Golden State has the advantage of the point guard. I think obviously Bulls got the advantage of the two guard. Nigga,
Go
what?
ahead.
Finish that.
I'm gonna finish. It ain't
Okay.
if you're talking about
I'm like,
basketball matchup, right?
uh,
So I do
okay.
think they have the advantage at point guard. Okay, let me clarify what I mean by
I'm
that.
just okay. I
I
just
don't.
wanted to.
I think Ron Harper and that front court. You got to look at what the Bulls would be able to do. And I'm not necessarily picking them. I'm just
Well, yeah, I'm not picking playing in a
you
certain
got
time frame. I'm just talking about you're talking about a certain
Jordan,
time frame, right?
Ron Harper,
Mm-hmm.
and Jordan, Ron Harper,
Mm-hmm.
Scottie Pippen,
Yep.
and Dennis Rodman literally could guard 1 through 4.
Agreed. And
Not
It's
that
the,
one through four.
huh?
outside of Steph
Not
Curry,
that 1 through 4.
No.
Clay could guard 2 through 4. KD could
It
guard
would.
Yeah.
2 through 4, 2 through 5. Iguodala could guard 2 through 4. That's what
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
saying you're
Like as
wrong.
far as matchup
I'm just
wise, it's like they pretty close. The advantage to me, point guard goes to Golden State. Jordan, obviously, the two guard. When you get to the three, KD. I'm gonna pick KD
right.
over Scottie Pippen. The 4 and the 5 is just kind of. I'll be honest. I don't have an answer for you, brother.
Well, who's
I'm
the?
leaning towards Golden State, to be honest, just matchup wise.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Go ahead, Marcus. We got a Golden State. We got a Chicago.
I'm taking Golden State. And the reason why I'm taking Golden State, number one, I like the KD matchup. I don't feel like there's nobody on that court that could guard him except for Scottie Pippen. I think that's a mistake putting Scottie Pippen on KD.
They would have.
But yeah, and I think that's where the matchup problem
Oh, they
starts.
could. They might put Ron Harper.
And he can get cooked.
You get cooked.
Like I'm talking about like stir fry.
Harper could
The
play.
Rodman Draymond thing.
Don't disrespect.
Draymond was not emotionally stable enough to handle going against
Dennis
Rodman.
Rodman. Dennis
Mm-mm.
Rodman would have had him ejected at least 2 games.
At least
Every game.
At least 2.
2 games. At least 2
At
games.
least 2. You
At
just
least
go ahead.
soon
Go ahead.
as Dennis Rodman slap him on his ass or some shit like that,
Don't
it's over
suit
with.
up.
Fight.
Don't even suit up.
I'm
Don't even
telling you.
suit up.
That nigga
I'm
fight.
taking the Warriors, bro. I'm taking the Warriors, dog. I'm taking the
So when
Warriors.
Draymond is out, who covers Rodman?
Shit,
Well,
real center?
Rodman was a rebounding
Yeah,
problem.
he
don't
wasn't
have
a
to
scorer. A
cover
real
him.
center?
You don't have to
Yeah.
cover him.
No. I'm saying, like once Draymond is out, who goes down in the block to get the rebound?
David
Well,
West.
they had David West on that team. They had Andrew,
JaVale
not Andrew.
McGee.
It was
JaVale
they had
McGee.
JaVale McGee on that
They
team.
had guys.
Nigga, I forgot
I'm
they had
Here's
Sean
the
Livingston.
thing.
I forgot about Sean
Here's the
Livingston.
thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Draymond Green at that time could shoot
But
threes
we're not
too.
going in the roster. You said the 6 on the court.
Well,
You
if
said
we
the 5 on
ejected
the
somebody,
court.
somebody else got to come in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
game.
Somebody got to come in. We can't just leave the
You got to
open
play
spot.
5-on-5.
Oh, Hef said, fuck it, both of them out.
Somebody got to play.
Like,
He said,
if your running back,
So then- so-
gets hurt in football, you don't just say I'm not gonna run the ball.
So then you
put that
bring
third
in.
string nigga in.
I know what you're saying, but I'm saying.
Well, all we said
you
was
don't-
he'd get
So you
ejected.
don't
Made me cry a
pull
little
any
bit.
of your other starters off. That's what I'm saying.
No, I got
Okay,
you.
I see what you're
I
saying.
got
I
you.
see what
I
you're
see
saying.
what you're
Harold.
saying. I see what you're saying.
I
I see
got
what
you.
you're saying.
Yeah, I think because Rodman wasn't a scorer though, Harold. Like
Yeah.
it didn't matter who you put on him. You just need you
It
wasn't gonna
didn't.
stop him from rebounding,
JaVale
even
McGee
if it was
could-
the start.
You could put
Even if it was
JaVale
the start.
McGee.
So
Yeah,
it's like, oh my god.
I'd have
Oh my
told
God.
JaVale McGee they let them boys come back. They're gonna lose this series in 5 games.
Oh yeah,
Bruh,
they
that
gonna get
shit
swept now.
crazy.
This
That
is
shit
bad.
crazy.
This is bad. They're gonna get swept. This
Here's
is
my
bad.
thought. Here's my thought, though. Right? Let's go ahead and move. Ooh. Here's my okay. Because remember that I'm leaning Warriors, but I want to respect the size of the Bulls.
Right.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? They were 6'5" and up across the board, right?
Absolutely.
And so a couple of different things, right? Does that give Steph trouble getting shots off if they're switching everything? Because a lot of his stuff was coming off
You
screens.
know, John Starks was bigger than Steph Curry.
I don't. What you mean? Oh, so
What I'm saying
no, I'm not
is,
trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny.
what I'm saying is,
I know,
when
I'm
you're
not trying to be
talking
funny.
about size of the Bulls,
Right.
again, they had to go against people who were like, they went against
I get what he's
physical
saying. I get what
players.
he's saying. I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a problem for Steph only because Steph moves so much. You put a bigger player on Steph, he gonna run a
It's
nigga
trouble.
tired. Steph the
Yeah.
only player from the start of his career to now who's constantly moving from end to
Agreed.
end. It's like
Miller.
he never stops. You put a
Reggie Miller.
big
Yeah.
well, yeah. You put a big man on Steph, I promise you,
Not
he
a
gonna get
big
that shot
man.
off.
No,
Well,
and I'm
a
not
bigger
saying
guard.
he doesn't. But those guys, Ron Harper, Jordan, Pippen was different.
Yeah.
No. Listen,
If you're
I think
switching
that's
those, if you're switching those, I'm not saying fighting off, but if you're switching those, because you have that ability, and honestly, Dennis Rodman, you can. If y'all remember, Dennis Rodman was a solid perimeter defender.
He was.
yeah. Oh
I
yeah,
don't.
he
Oh,
definitely can move his
I
feet.
I don't know, man.
I
I
think
just say they
I'm
went
a lean-
72-10 for a reason. I saw
They
it.
No. I think
They
that's
did.
why I told you this one was going to be the hardest because
They
there's
did.
great points all around it. But I'm taking how dominant the Bulls were, and I'm taking how dominant the Warriors were out, and I'm just doing the matchups.
Yeah.
And I'm
3-point
gonna tell
shot,
you,
I'm taking the Warriors. 3-point shot, I'm taking the
in
Warriors.
that run that those Bulls went on, you name me the player that was similar to Steph Curry, and I'll pick the Bulls.
No. It's
team
Didn't
effort.
have that. Didn't
It's
see
the
was
that.
team
shooting.
effort.
It's the
Didn't see
shooting.
that.
It's the
Yeah,
shooting.
didn't
They
see
had
that.
shooters at
and-
times, but not.
And I'm gonna tell you
that.
what the Bulls did,
Yeah.
though. The Bulls used to kill you because
Steve,
Ron
they
Harper
had
would
Curry.
pick your
They
ass
had
up
Curry.
full court.
Yes.
If he does
And
that
that's what I
shit to
kept saying.
Steph,
Y'all acting like Ron Harper
no,
don't play defense, though.
no. He plays great defense. But when you play against guys who can handle the ball and shoot, that picking up full court ain't nothing but a show. Because as soon as them niggas start moving that ball like the Warriors do,
Yeah.
somebody's open.
So let me ask
Somebody's
a question.
open.
Let me ask this question then. Let's now. Okay, now the Warriors scored. Now they got to go play defense.
Absolutely.
So let's just. We can't they got to go play defense, and so I'm going to ask a couple of questions here.
Go ahead.
Who's guarding Jordan? Klay Thompson is not guarding Michael Jordan. So because Draymond can't guard everybody. Also, Scottie Pippen. If you recall, because let me ask this question: who's Steph guarding?
I'm putting
Let's start
Iguodala on
there.
Jordan. Again,
Okay, let me reverse it. Who's Steph guarding? Who's Steph guarding?
he's gonna have to guard the point guard. He's gonna have to.
Ron Harper, and he will be in foul trouble in the first quarter. And that's how you can neutralize some of that shooting. We have to hold on. Don't forget who Ron Harper is.
Mm-hmm. Zone.
Don't forget. You can't. Okay, I get it, but you can't
They're
zone
gonna
an
play a
NBA
lot
to
of.
an NBA.
No, I get it, but
Let me land the plane before you jump in this because you can't zone a whole 7-game series.
no, I know.
But Steph Curry cannot, for a series, guard Ron Harper.
Well, no, they're gonna switch. But I think the only thing about it is
Well, who's
when we
he
look at
switching
matchups,
to?
right? Well,
Time out. Hold up, before you try to explain, I'm making a point, so I answer my questions. Who's he switching to though? Jordan or Pippen? Because Ron Harper's the weak link.
no, he is.
That's all I'm saying. Because we get enamored with the offensive side of the ball, but once the ball goes through the hoop, he has to go play defense. And so don't forget, he has to and Ron Harper will put that ball on a basket, and he will put Steph Curry on his hip. And
But let's
all
not
you're going to
act
hear is
like
that whistle blow.
I got you, but let's not act like Steph hadn't had to guard better guards. And again, I'm not
no,
and I'm not
to
saying
that though, because not that
no,
kind of,
no,
not a Ron Harper.
no, yeah, absolutely. I agree to your point. He cannot hold Ron Harper, but again, that's not act like Steph hadn't had to hold better guards than Ron Harper and bigger guards.
Not
only point,
not people Ron Harper size. He don't. Ron Harper's 6'6".
most point guards in the league outside of Steph and a couple others are 6'6".
Most people in the NBA do not have 5 people 6'6" or taller. There's usually somebody on that court that's six. Be realistic, Drew. Give me the guard
I got you.
of Ron Harper's size that Steph Curry is guarding, not teams he's played against, that he's actually guarding, because that's why they had Klay Thompson.
but to your point, no, let's address that. If he wasn't holding the point guard, he was holding the two guard. He had to hold one of them. Right? So
Michael
meaning,
Jordan.
hold on, no, take the bulls out of it. I'm saying this: he's held bigger players. Meaning, to your point, if it was a bigger point guard and Clay had to hold him, that means Steph had to hold the two guard, right? Who's at least 6'6" and above. My point to
No,
that is this:
but Drew,
hold on,
that's not
hold on.
true. Generally,
No,
there's a guard
who was
that's
he
less than
holding?
that size. But no, all I'm saying is most teams has a 6'2", 6'3" guard.
What most teams? No, they don't.
Name the
No, they
team.
didn't.
Do me a
Okay,
favor.
hold on.
In the 2016, because we talking,
I got
everybody
you.
ain't
No, I
running
got you.
6'5", 6'6". Time out, Drew. And everybody ain't running 6'5", 6'6" point guards out there. That's just
I
not
got
true.
you.
That's
got you.
not
Hold on.
true.
I'm looking it up. Hold on.
So again, going back to my point,
Point guards from 20.
Matter of fact, Harold, do me a favor. Because here's what I need you to do, Drew. You can't just look up point guards. You have to look at an entire team starting lineup. Because yes, may have a 6'4", 6'5", or whatever Spartan point guard. There's most teams are doing one or two different things in the last 10 plus years. Because that's when this team existed. You either have a 6'3", because Steph Curry is 6'3". You have a 6'3" guard somewhere on that court, or you have a taller guard who does not have offensive capabilities. So now,
Was he
the reason
starting,
I'm telling you that's that's what I'm saying. You have every team ain't running. Drew, give me the team.
I'm looking it up, but then you said I gotta go through the entire roster. I'm gonna look at point guards. I
Because
can't go through
my
the entire
point is,
roster.
you can't just
I
look
can
at the
look
point
up.
guard because he doesn't have to guard the
So
point guard, Drew.
that's why I said, to your point. Okay, no, to your point. Let's just say there's a bigger point guard, right? That you're gonna put, or not even bigger. Let's say there's a more aggressive point guard you're gonna put Clay on, right? So to your point, that 6'3", 6'2" person is not gonna be the two guard. Meaning Steph's gonna have to rotate to the two guard, right? So at that point, even if it's not an offensive two guard, Steph is still having to hold a 6'5" to 6'7" two guard because Clay had to come over to the point guard. True or wrong?
So
Right or wrong?
let's go back to Ron Harper. Ron Harper could get the ball off the dribble. He wasn't Jordan just because he wasn't Jordan. But remember, he played for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I want to let Harold get in on this, and I don't want us to dominate, but understand, I hear what you are saying. I'm not disagreeing that he hasn't had to guard bigger people. What I'm saying to you is Ron Harper wasn't just a bigger guard. Ron Harper was Tracy McGrady before, not maybe a B-level Tracy McGrady before Tracy McGrady. Ron Harper was 6'6", could put that ball, go watch Ron Harper from the Cavs.
You said T-Mac, though, Thorne.
Drew, I said, understand the point I'm making. Ron Harper, independent of a Michael Jordan, independent of a Scottie Pippen, Ron Harper could, if Steph Curry has to guard Ron Harper, Steph Curry is in a world of trouble. I don't give a damn how tall the person he's had to guard. Ron Harper, and Harold, you remember Ron Harper. Tell me, chime in.
No,
on either side. Chime in.
But no, this is what I'm just saying. This is what I'm going. My original statement was they've had to play these teams where they had to be these big teams and physical. It wasn't all finesse with the Bulls. Like they had to play like and the defense side of it. That's why I'm like they had enough to slow down. I feel they have enough, or they had enough to slow them down enough where their offense would do what it needs to do, because it would have time to find the mismatch or whatever. But
Ron Harper would put Steph Curry in the post. Now what he gonna do?
Yeah, like he can't. Okay, so back to your question about Jordan and Pippen.
Because he's not gonna. He's the defense.
Steph is not going to guard Pippen. Take that off the plate.
I'll give
he's
you
not guarding Pippen.
Hold on,
but
Drew,
again,
what I'm saying is, that's not what I'm saying. Let me say this, and you can go. What we're saying is we're talking about how great nobody can guard Steph on offense. Great, he's going to be this differential on offense. I don't disagree with that. But when he has to play defense, so he has to stand in front of somebody.
I agree.
And if you look at that team, Ron Harper would be the only logical person he'd have an opportunity, unless you're going to put him on Rodman, and Ron Harper would put him in a dishwashing machine and back him back into that paint. And so all I'm saying is that defensive liability is going to show up because that team uniquely ran 6'5", 6'6", and up. And every last one of those guys on that perimeter, on the wings, could put that ball on independently of Michael Jordan. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't know where you hide him defensively on this team. You can't.
Again, I think you think I'm disagreeing with you. No, I agree. I think Steph has always been the defensive liability for that team.
Everybody thought that.
But no, I'm not. But what I'm saying is that team has always found a way to make up where he lacks because he does so much on the other side of the ball. And
so your argument is hope. I understand.
Well, no, it's not hope because they've done it again.
Not against that.
Again, they've done it. But on the other, okay, and again, I can see Steph Curry, but again, he also has to hold Steph Curry. He's not going to stop Steph Curry for one. The second piece of that is this: you talking about not current Clay, 2016 Clay when he was shooting the ball just as good as Steph.
Beast mode.
And again, KD. So that's what I'm saying to you. It's not just a Steph. Yes,
I'm not.
No, I got you.
I'm leaning towards the Warriors. But we can't ignore the fact that that Steph Curry could very possibly, in 3 to 4 games of that series, play less than 20-something minutes because he was in foul trouble. That could absolutely be.
I think.
Okay.
I don't because what do the Warriors do right now? No, I do. But what do the Warriors do right now? Right? Look at the team right now. When they come down on defense, they do. But that's what I'm saying. If you look at. And you're right. They will put him on a forward that's on the wing and force that forward to do one of two things: either shoot the ball over him or drive down on him, and then they bring defensive help down low.
That they have, a forward that they have no plan on involving in this offensive set at all. That wasn't that Bulls team. That's what I'm trying to say. He couldn't hide in the corner.
I'm saying to you that Golden State team.
I know it
again,
is.
And I'm taking stuff out of it.
They
were so good defense. Go ahead.
Look up Ron Harper's stats against Steve Nash.
Boy, stop.
I know it.
He would have. We can go ahead and end it. We're going to carry this over into another show.
I know what it is.
Listen, it's been another episode of the Hot Seat. We about to go because the Knicks just pulled it out. That's a great debate. We're going to have that for another episode. We're going to continue this.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because you still got to do you got to decide and then go to the championship.
We'll go to the championship, but because I think Drew keeps saying we hiding people, and there's no place to hide them when everybody's 6'6" and above can put the ball on the floor. There were no offensive weak links on that perimeter. But anyway, listen, go ahead and start recording.
And we'll have the Steve Nash versus Ron Harper stats.
You will not bring Steve Nash into one of our debates.
Listen, I will tell you this: Ron Harper would cook Steve Nash.
Oh, I'm stopping it right now.
That ain't even a debate in my mind.
Who's the better player?
I'm stopping it.
Ron Harper.
Hey, yo.